Hey folks, I'm Dave. Welcome to the channel. So in our last video, we made a layered Christmas ornament. And I asked the viewers to let me know if there was a particular ornament they wanted to see made or created. And I got a response from Rose. And she asked if I could make a stocking and suspend a name in it. So we're going to make this. We're going to start by grabbing a square and just draw out a rectangle. And we're not really measuring at this point. We will do that after we get the stocking made. And then we're going to go over to the Shape Properties tab. And if you don't have that, go up to Window, down to Shape Properties, and be sure it's checked. And then this tab could be anywhere on your page because it's movable. But we just want to radius off the corners. You just want to go up, I think about 20. We'll do it. Yeah, that'll look like a stocking. Then you want to select it, Control D for a copy, and then use the comma key to rotate it. You can rotate counterclockwise with the comma and clockwise with the period. Then you want to hold it and hold the Alt key to line this up on the heel so it looks more like a stocking. Maybe drag this up a little bit, make this a little fatter. Remember, you can scroll in and out with your mouse wheel. You can hold down and move the entire canvas around. So we're just going to select everything and arrow it down a little bit on the workspace. We're going to select this bottom part, Control D again, and we're just going to move it out with the up arrow and resize this to make the top portion of the stocking. And you can hold the Alt key again, get it centered, drop it, make it a little fatter if you like. And then we want to select everything. And in this case, with multiple objects, you want to use weld. And it's here in the modifier tools on the left. And it's also in tools and weld shapes. And there we go. Then we want to select it. Go to the offset tool. And we'll make an outward offset round. And I think we'll make this about 8 millimeters. Click OK. Then you want to select them both together. Go up top and group. And to put a name in here, we're going to use a font that I've used before, and it's free. It's called Arco Typography, and I will put a link in the description so you can go get yourself a copy for free. Go to your text tool. Arco Typography is selected. We're just going to type out Rose. And this particular font is all caps. There are no lowercase. Now letters, of course, are grouped together. And we need to move them so we can close up these gaps and make them touch. So we're going to right click. We're going to convert to path. And at that point, the letters are objects instead of letters. And you need to remember that these small pieces in like the O and the R, they're not grouped at this point. So if you move them, you're going to lose those pieces. So you have to group them back together. So I'm going to Control Z to put it back. And then you want to group each individual letter that has one of those pieces in it. And then we can move these together. We just want them to touch a little bit. Something like that. Move this S over and it touch. We just need a little bit. And then bring our E over. Then we can select everything and weld it together. Now we want to get this resized so we can put it here on the bottom. That's pretty close though. I think that'll be all right. You just want to make sure each end touches. And if you didn't pull those letters together, of course, you could have just set them all down here on the bottom. But we want to set it here. And then we want to Control D, get a copy. We'll arrow out with the down arrow. That way we can cut this piece out and set it on top and make it look that much better. So now we can select everything. And in this case, you're going to use union because we're dealing with two objects. And we're spanning a space, a distance here with these letters. And earlier we grouped this together, making one object. This is the second object. You just select them together. You can go to Union here in the modifier tools, or you can go up to Tools, the Boolean Assistant, and Union is here. You can select that, click OK, and we're good. And then when we cut this out, this will just set right back on top. But we have this space up top here, and I believe we will just grab a snowflake. And this is a free vector that I'll also leave a link for. I used it in the last video, and it is a good snowflake, so we'll use it again. And you can go get it. Just set this and make sure it's touching. And then we will cut an extra one out to go on top. You can use that Alt key to help get you lined up. Control D. And just move a copy out with your right or left arrow key. Select. And Union. And there we go. So now let's put a hanger on the top. Move that down a little bit. And we can do that by drawing a circle. So just grab the ellipse, hold Shift, and draw out a small circle. Click your selector tool, grab the square, drag out a rectangle about halfway. That's not half. Let me move it up a little bit. Somewhere in there. Select your circle, Shift, select your rectangle, and then go over to the modifier tools and select subtract. Then we can just squeeze this up a little bit. We just want to put a hanger on the top. Squeeze it up, select it, press your Alt key, and you can line this up. That looks pretty good. You can drag it inside if you like to make sure it connects good. Then select, and in this case it's weld. And then grab another circle, hold your Shift key again, just draw out a small one to get your hanger through, or your yarn, whatever you want to hang it up with. Hold your Alt key to center it. And there we go. Then you can select and just group it together. Now this is about 6.5 inches tall, something like that. Just remember, if you want to resize it, make it larger or smaller, select everything. And you can do that by percentage, or you can just grab it and make it smaller. But you want everything to resize together once you remove your cutouts, so everything will remain proportionate. And now we're back to normal. Okay, I believe we're ready to jump into laser and cut this out. Again, thank you, Rose, for this idea. Hopefully this is what you had in mind. So let's cut it out, see what it looks like. I'll be right back. Okay, we're framed up and ready to go. We're using 3mm basswood plywood. So we'll send the code over, cut this out, and see what it looks like. Well, that's looking pretty good already. So let me clean it up, put it together, and we'll get a closer look at it. I'll be right back. So here's our finished stocking. I just sanded it off with some 400 grit sandpaper and stuck the pieces on with some tape so I can take them off later and paint it up. I'll trail the video off with it so you can get a look at it painted. If you give this a try and you have questions, just let me know and I'll get you an answer. I'm glad to answer questions anytime about this or any video I've got posted or any general laser or Lightburn questions. I know we're all in this fight together trying to learn, so I'm glad to help out. So I'll put links to the snowflake vector and the Arco typography font down in the description, and you can go grab those. And I want to thank Rose for this idea. I hope it is close to what you were looking for. And if anyone else has any suggestions, just drop them in the comments. Or if you've got a specific Christmas ornament you would like to see me try to create, I'll do my best to make it and squeeze it in. So I really appreciate the comments and the questions. It helps me and it helps all the viewers that come across them, and it helps us all to learn. So I appreciate it. So just check back often for new videos. You folks take care, and we'll see y'all next time. Thank you.